my mother created a very hateful environment, a very hateful world where we live. It's too much to go into, but it made me start therapy. Because I realized, like I said, therapists will understand this. Like, I was the scapegoat. I still am.
Yeah.
They've not been able to face themselves. Those emotions are too big for them. There's no emotional regulation. I even have videos on TikTok showing abuse happening in real time. My mother was abusing me, was abusing my kids, was talking tribal slurs. And somehow we've justified this because these are older people so they can get away with abuse and nonsense. No, just because it happens behind closed doors. I do not take her as the avatar she is. The manifestation of the people who brought us into this world is this, is just the physical thing. Sijui mumejaa tattoos, mashetani, hamtayolewa. That's a sermon. That's what you guys go to listen to in church. Do you hear sometimes some sermons are very hateful? If you ask me, it's very hateful. Yeah. It's judgmental. Who told you that tattoos are bad? Who told you that every woman wants to get married? Yeah. Who told you that? Who told you? Like, it's so hateful. And people are seated, listening. Your enemies will be crushed in Jesus' name. You're hoping other human beings will be hurt. Yeah. And that is something you're celebrating. And you want me to be a part of that. Sure, the population there did not agree with me or did not speak at the time. But there was a lady who was a Christian who was seated next to me. Yeah. She told me, I'm a Christian, but I agree with it.
A very good day wherever you are. Welcome to another episode of The Untold Truth. My beautiful name is Hawiloyo, and kama kawaida, today I have an interesting story and an interesting conversation, and I have an amazing guest today. So first, before that, I have a question for you. Do you believe in the New Age movement? That's a question for you today. Do you believe in the New Age movement? So today I have this interesting conversation with my guest. So my guest believe in a New Age movement and affirmation. So today we want to go deep into the New Age movement to understand more about that, so that she make us understand that if that is where we should go, or that is if that is from God or from how the human being, of course, yeah. But before that, allow me to say thank you for our new subscribers and the returning one. You are amazing people to the family of Untold Truth. Karibu sana, and this is the place to be. And of course, this episode is brought to you by Creative Economy Practice, yeah. Right in the heart of Lavington. So if you want to know more about them, just get in touch with us, and then we're going to tell you more about the Creative Economy Practice. So, my guest, karibu sana.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, so my name is Madam shE. That's the name I go by. But officially, it's Alvina Gashugu for ID. And just to correct you on something, it's not believing in the New Age movement. It's creating and starting that movement myself. Because my name, Alvina Gashugu, and the company I want to have is Alvina Gashugu Entertainment. It spells age. So it's like a coincidence, but it's not, that it spells age. And my mindset has evolved so much from where it began to the place it is right now, that I do want to have a certain kind of community around me as well, as we're creating through the podcast, through the music, through stand-up comedy, through whatever art we're doing.
Okay, if may get to understand this movement. I think the movement started late in the 20th centuries, if I'm not wrong. The earliest, how much late is? Yeah, something around 18 to 90s, So we want to get to know more about this. But before that, we want to know your background first, who you are, what you are doing, what you love doing. We just want to get to know you, so that before we get into the conversation of the day.
Okay, sure. Like I said, Alvina Gashugu. It's actually my birthday today. I don't know the time you're uploading this, but yes, it's
happy
my
birthday. Happy birthday. But it's Friday. It's Friday today.
19th September.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
and you look nice.
Oh, thank you.
Karibu.
I joke it's my Jesus year because I'm turning 33. And with that came a lot of enlightenment. Like, I'll start with a bit of a background, like you said.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a like watumbio sana, and then it's like, where are we again? The ADHD part of my brain is on this topic, then comes back. So yes, my background. I am a multi-potentialite. That means that I'm a person of many talents combined together. I learned that from Jake Creatives on TikTok.
Yeah.
He showed that David Bowie before, he was just this ordinary person. But the moment he found a way to combine his talents into one, that's when he started booming, ama vile tunasema kuomoka, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So for part of my talent, there's stand-up comedy, there's music, there's voiceover, there's acting. So I've been trying to find a way to combine all this in the sense that if I get to a place where I can afford to be who I am, then you'd see the real me fully, you know, like put on the crazy makeup, you know, rapping like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, but in my way as Alvina, you know, singing in a song, laughing in a song, doing some comedy in a song. You see, you found a way to combine whatever you're good in one thing. So I can overall just say I'm an artist. Yeah.
Okay. So where do you come from? Where do you come from?
Where do I come from? Hey, Vinide Mwasao. I was raised in the ghetto. I was raised in Kariobangi South.
Yeah.
I think...
Bangu.
Bangu ni K North. Kariobangi South is K South.
Okay.
It sounds more bougie, but...
Kariobangi South ndiko na Sivo.
At least kuna tao ya Kariobangi. Na hiyo ni Sivo. Yeah. So, I grew up in a very toxic, negative environment. And I think that's what started leading to my enlightenment. From when I was 6, 7 years old, I could do things I couldn't explain. And nobody in this world could explain to me in a way that made sense. Because I grew up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and one of the core elements there was don't question. Don't read things outside the publications that have been sent to us by the governing body in New York. The governing body is a group of white men in New York, 12 white men telling us how to behave and what to do, and those are the ones we follow, and we say we've learned the truth. So anyway, I started questioning from a very young age, but that's where my confidence came from as well, because I was preaching from when I was like 4 years old and everything. So I think for me, the toxic environment, I needed an outlet. So your outlet and your art came the enlightenment that I'm trying to talk about, because I could do things like astral project. I could lucid dream. I've had an out-of-body experience ever since I was young. I could do certain things and I'm like, what's happening? I need to be able to explain this. I just felt I was different from a young age. That's the key thing. I felt there's something I'm meant to do. There's a mission, but I never tapped into it fully because we're in this world which keeps us occupied, keeps us dazed and blinded. 9 to 5, institutions we found, rules we found. So before you actually meet yourself, it takes a lot of the journey says spiritual awakening. The way people think healing means rainbows and butterflies. No, you go through hell. Actually, what you go through so that you come out of the other side and meet yourself fully. That's what I feel I went through to get to this point.
Yeah, I'm getting you. So, can we go deep and know? Are you the firstborn, the secondborn of the family?
No, I'm the fourthborn. Last one, thirdborn, I'm in Yachana 8 years. I'm actually the black sheep or scapegoat. They blame me for everything, yet I found the circus already existing. So yeah, that's my story. I was used to being a sounding board to unhealed adults. A lot of bad things were happening. Like, you this, bullies, negativity. And so I took those shadows and that negativity and channeled it into light. It's alchemy. I was like, you know what? I am who I am for a reason. We are mirrors to each other in society. If something within you triggers me, it means there's something within me that I need to heal. It's actually an awakening. It's a call for growth. So I looked at the people around me and I realized my mission is bigger than just this family setup. My mission is to heal. I just need to find a way to put that into the practical aspect that can be digestible on this plane. And from there, people can see the vision that I have. I wish I could like a projector. So you see the world that I have in my mind. You see the kind of world I'm envisioning,
Okay, so I think maybe next time for another episode, we'll get back to go deep to your story, how you grew up. But today, I have this amazing conversation for you. Before that, my viewers, your feedback is very important to us. So just write something you feel about the conversation and what you feel you want us to talk in the next conversation. We really appreciate your feedback. So karibu sana and enjoy the show. So first, I wanna know how did you first come across this new age movement? Yeah, and how did you get into it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I explained,
Yeah.
my own movement is the one I'm naming New Age movement. Yes, there is the general New Age movement of hippies, of enlightened people. They are all on their own journeys as well. But for me, I want Alvina Gashugu Entertainment to be Africa's greatest evolution. Why I rebranded to Madame She. She is for Shiro. The E3 stands for empowerment, evolution, enlightenment. When you empower a human being, they become... They evolve.
Yeah.
Once you're able to evolve your mindset, that's when you become enlightened. And that's where the new age comes in. It's this sort of, I can't say there's a one size hat fits all, but it's this belief in creating a better, more harmonious world, being in tune with yourself, each other, and the environment. So it's mostly about peace and Zen. And what this world taught us is that knowledge is not a good thing. Remember, you're told when you eat from the knowledge of tree of good and bad, that's when all the other things started happening. In short, they were praising ignorance, because even the Bible in Ecclesiastes says that, like ignorance is bliss. That they're trying to... I feel like the system that we live in, there are people who say it, and it is true, it is a matrix. We are, a lot of people, the majority of the population is asleep. And people who are in, quote unquote, the new age, or who believe that sort of ideology, are people who have not been afraid now to question and say, I don't think we're supposed to live like this, human beings. Are we meant to just work and die? Were we meant to hurt each other to these levels and just, there's so much corruption, there's so much greed, there's so much suffering in the world. Why? Because everything has been turned around. The divine feminine has been diluted. The patriarchy has been there. People are forcing roles that weren't supposed to be theirs to begin with. Because even before, we've had a lot of matriarchal societies. There's balance we're supposed to have between our own energies. We all have masculine and feminine energy. There's supposed to be a balance. But there's no balance. Why? Ego. These guys want to get ahead. These other guys are trying to fight for whatever they believe in. So everyone is fighting each other. And then that creates an imbalance in the system. So when it comes to new age or new world order, it's a system where, hey, this world, do you really think it's the right world we live in? Because it's someone who created this world the way it is. You have your world the way you view the world. I have my world the way I view the world. Why are we letting the people with limiting beliefs and bad and greed and bad mindsets be the ones to create the world that we live in? Don't we love our world to make it better, peaceful for oncoming generations? Can't we have an actual, peaceful, better society? Do you really believe this world, this is the best we can do as humans? That's it?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
First of all, do you believe that this world, we have the Father who is God?
I'm not religious. Remember, I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Religion was brought to subjugate and control. Because with religion, the number one rule is there's this figure who's external and outside us, and we're not supposed to question. And most of the time, when I've been dealing with people who are really, really religious, I don't feel love at all. Someone is like, utakufa vibaya, sijui, God will punish you. Why is it always rushing to the violent side? Why is it always rushing to punishment? That does not seem natural to me, because even as we relate, say we are dating, and I'm like, you can love me, you have a choice, but if you don't, I'll ban you in a place forever. Like, really? That's narcissistic abuse. So it's humans who fashioned gods to suit their needs. And there are over 5,000 gods being worshipped by humanity. But everyone somehow believes theirs is the right one. And most of them are geographically located. Yeah. If you're born in a Christian environment, most probably you'll be Christian. Muslim environment, you'll be Muslim. Hindu environment. So for me, I've always questioned, not just believed things because we've been taught, because it was brought, because I'm not one to just listen to, let me say, some would say an outlier, others would say rebel, but my point is I'm trying to find the actual truth and data and find our actual power. Our ancestors had that power. They were in touch with the earth. They were in touch with, there's a reason they wanted Africa. There's a reason we've been blinded. There's a reason most of Africa is in poverty. Religion is a scam.
Okay, so if I understand you very well, you are not a Christian.
No, I'm not a Christian.
And you were born Christian.
No one is born Christian. Actually, everyone is born atheist.
Okay, you are born,
and
you
then
are
we
born-
are learning, we're taught.
You were born in a family where people, where your
Let me
parents
say
were
that.
Christian.
Yeah, they were Catholic first. My dad has always been a pagan. He never really proclaimed any religious stance or went to any church or and he was violent and he was an alcoholic. That's another ball game altogether to discuss on another session. But Catholic till age 4, and then my mom was preached to by her sister. Then we became Jehovah's Witness. Yeah.
At what age did you stop being a Christian?
I don't think I've ever become a Christian. I never believed it.
So
the
you were
ideologies,
attending because of your mom?
Yes. I'm attending to learn as well because I'm like curious. You know, when you see the books, the Awake, the whatever, even the Bible, I've always been a curious mind. There's nothing wrong about learning because even right now, if you hand me, say, a Quran or you want to teach me some Arabic, I find that fun. It's learning. I want to see how you see the world. I want to see your view of the world. And some of those books are very problematic. Children being married off at 3 years, 6 years, like children being mauled in the forest by bears, and you're telling me that's a book I need to follow, a book that's only 2,000 years old, yet the earth is billions of years old? I'm trying to find our true power. I'm trying to find what our ancestors channel. I'm trying to find that real core essence, because if you ask me, what is the God force, what people call God, it is this collective consciousness. If we can tap into that frequency, into that realm, then we've uncovered and unlocked that frequency. That is what people think is external. It's not. It's within me. It's within you. And once we are able to connect on that higher level, that's it. That's what will have unlocked the key.
You are so interesting. So you mean you and Christianity is no?
Yeah, definitely no. Do you know the wild witch hunters, how many people have been killed in the name of Christianity? It's horrible. But instead of bringing people together, it divides. And then you're talking something and people are always just commenting threats. What is beautiful about threats? Tell me. What is beautiful about a place where you'll be tortured for eternity? What is beautiful about believing that? Yet no one died and came back to tell the tale. We are afraid. The core essence here is our consciousness cannot fathom ever not existing. People are afraid of death. And so we fill in the gaps with whatever you're talking about, religion. I don't want to say a specific religion, isikwe hate speech, but any religion whatsoever. And that's why I'm saying New Age is not one particular religion. It's you finding your own voice, finding enlightenment, opening up your mind and your eyes, all of them, and waking up.
So what really attracted you to this New Age thing?
My name, Age. I was like, what a coincidence. Age, Alvina Gashugu Entertainment. That's nice. Also, like I said, rules and the kind of society that we live in, this is not the kind of world that we can do. We can do better as a society. We can actually have balance and harmony with each other, with animals, with plants. We are not meant to live like this. Each of us has the power within us to unlock another world that can create opportunities for others, that can help us live. Like, for example, look, countries like Japan, countries like China, do you know those are mostly atheistic places in the way they are ahead? They're the ones ahead of everyone in the world. There's something they already unlocked and discovered. Yet in Africa, you're handed a Bible and your eyes are closed. So anything small.
You're trying to say, if I understand you, that Christians are poor.
I did not say that. Do not mince my words. I said religion was brought to subjugate and put down our true power. And you're focusing too much on Christianity, and that will come out as hate speech. I'm trying to say religion in general. I do not subscribe to institutionalized, organized religion. I say find your peace, find your purpose, find where your consciousness belongs, find what you're supposed to do on this earth, not what someone told you, not what a 2,000-year-old book tells you. Find your own light within you, and you'll be able to connect with your soul tribe and like-minded people. Yes.
What's the biggest beliefs that has make your life different?
For example, I see online, there are other times people can troll or hate or put in, you can see the shadows. Let me put it that way. I see beyond what is here, the physical realm. Like, there's a way someone can speak and you can know the intention behind their words. And that is something that we lost along the way. We have the instinct. We know what is right or wrong morally. We know that. People assume or people say religion means you're moral. It does not. You're supposed to already, like, within you, you know what you're supposed, because there's someone who's ever told me, if it wasn't for fearing God, if it wasn't for religion or the law, they would have hurt me a long time ago. They would be in committee or Langata. Then that shows me that's not actually a good person. Why? Because it's these institutions that are stopping this person from doing a certain thing. Meaning, within them, they already want to do bad things. So if you need religion to be moral, to be good, then you lack empathy. You're just not a good person. Yeah, you don't need someone to tell you. You know. So you know killing is wrong. What I wouldn't want done to me, then I wouldn't do it to you. That always has been the law of the universe. There are laws that govern how we live. There are natural laws. I know if I pinch myself, I'll feel pain. So why should I pinch you, for example? Yeah, that's common sense. I don't need someone to write for me in a book and tell me, hey, by the way, don't kill. No, I don't need that, So that's the confusion. There's a lot of bad things in those books. Slavery, there's violence, there's chaos, there's murder. People think they can do anything in the name of a God. And you're telling me to believe in that? No, that's not a beautiful world. It really isn't.
So to you, how do you define God?
Like divine, I said.
Or divine. How do you define God?
I believe we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. We are all divine by nature. We lost our true nature along the way in this world. There are people, there's a reason why the rich keep getting richer, the 1%. There's a reason why the poor keep staying in that state. It's all about, it starts from here. We are the ones creating our own reality. So how I define God, it's people who've been in touch with their highest self. When you're able to be in touch with that highest part of yourself, that self-actualization, then you've tapped into that frequency. It's a frequency. Your consciousness needs to elevate to reach that place. And you'll be able to, you can hear people sometimes say they manifest things, because I've been in that position where I'm thinking about things, then they happen. And I'm like, wait, what? Things that I didn't expect, like going to France. I found myself, I used to joke about it in high school. Then events lined up for me, a girl from Sao, couldn't afford a plane ticket, who'd never boarded a plane somehow. And I wasn't even the best in the country. It was Delph B2. I was number 2. I had 58.5. The one in front of me, number 1, had written her nationality as Congolese. She had 61. I ended up winning the prize to go to France. Somehow, things aligned.
Do you think that God is the one who took over that, not you manifesting?
No, because there's no external force. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're trying to put words into my mouth. There's no external force called God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a frequency. Even when people go and pray and things happen, it's because they've believed it to be so. They tapped into themselves. That's what they don't know. They actually tapped into their own power. This physical body is not all there is. Fine, at some point it will meet its end, but consciousness, energy, it has been proven by science. Energy never dies. It has always been there.
Okay. Okay, let's say if you go as a Christian,
as a Christian
the
again.
Bible, they're always saying, I think in Philippians something like 4:13, that all strengths come from God. Do you believe that I can't have my whole strength? I can't do things with my own strength, but I believe in the strength of God, that because all strengths come from God.
You're tapping into the collective consciousness. What you think and believe is God is you tapping into that realm where things are possible, where manifestation happens. And again, that book uses itself to credit itself. You cannot try to understand a fellow human in front of you who's already told you they're atheists by telling them a Christian perspective. That's your world. That's not my world. We'll never come to an understanding if always it's, but according to Christianity, but according to the Bible. That's the problem again we have. We try a one-size-heart-fits-all, yet we're all different for a reason. There's a reason why it is I am who I am. You need to be you authentically, fully, unapologetically. I need to be me for us to be us, for the world to be what it needs to be. I can't try to gauge you by my worldview or by my rules. You can't try to gauge me by your worldview, because you won't see the human in front of you and what they're saying and what they're trying to create.
So far, since you started, you entered the New Age movement.
I'm starting a New Age movement.
How do you feel? How is the move? You being there, how is things working for you? you being there.
That's what
now
I'm trying to
part of
explain.
it.
I think we have a disconnect there. It's not a movement where it's an institution. There are people there. We are together. We are doing some rituals or some hums.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, me as Alvina Gashugu Entertainment,
Yeah.
I would like people to join me on this journey, my
Yeah.
new age journey. This
Yeah.
is me seeing the world afresh with new eyes. You can also have your own new age journey.
Yeah.
You get? It's just that it's a coincidence. It's going along with my name. So I can't say, oh, there's a group of people somewhere. Oh, I joined. Now we're part of this community together. Of course, there are groups of people who are conscious.
Yeah.
There are many consciousness groups. And the beauty is that every human is different. Like I said, there's no one size hat fits all.
Yeah.
So I feel happier and more aware, and I don't seek external validation. What things like established religions do, they want you to seek your validation from them. They never want you to accept your own power. They
Yeah.
want you to be like, there's something external always that completes me,
Yeah.
you know, and that makes you lose your own sense of self because, oh, I have to be told, oh, I have to give credit to something external. I'm trying to say, no, own who you are. Like, yes, I have my faults here, I have my good here, I have my bad here, and that's the experience that we're having here as we're learning and we're growing.
Yeah.
Again, there's no external power that is causing these things to happen. It is us ourselves putting that power outward and making things happen. What if we did it for good instead of for division? You're imagining that?
What do you believe happen after death?
We don't know. There's
So
nothing
yourself-
wrong.
yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong by saying, that's the thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to the scientific community and the religious community, that's where there's a discrepancy. Scientific community will never say, this is what it is, yet it's a gap. There'll always be tests, things that cannot be proven beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
You keep researching. So genuinely, who knows? What I know is we have our life here. We need to live for the present moment. Where people are living in a fear of an afterlife, you're telling me that I have to sacrifice this life for the guesswork or the maybe there's an afterlife. Maybe I'll have somewhere where I'm drinking milk and honey. Don't you see that it's just the fear of death keeping us from living in the moment and actually discovering what it means to be present?
So you don't believe on the death after life after death?
I did not say that. Again,
Yeah.
try and listen to me well. I said, we do not know. Who knows? Who cares? We are here now. Can we do something with our time now instead of worrying about things we don't know?
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you. If you say that we
I
are
don't
here
know.
now, we don't know. What
Yeah,
will
we don't
happen.
know.
That is automatically. I don't believe in the.
No, it's not automatically. I don't believe.
Yeah.
It's who knows. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But can you prove beyond reasonable doubt? No. So can we do with the information that we have right now and work on that instead of keeping on fretting of a place where we want to live forever? Have you seen this life? Why would anyone even want to live forever? Let's start from there. Drinking milk and honey, what if you're lactose intolerant? Like the imaginations we come up with, that's what I'm trying to say. Our consciousness cannot fathom ever not existing. Like we are scared to cease to exist. But what if we just cease to exist? What if we just sleep? You know? What if? You know? We don't know. So for now, you're here. I'm here. We're having a conversation. Can we make it count? Can we make it a better world than we left it? You know?
Okay. I often hear about the energy, the vibration. You know what I'm talking about. The vibration of the universe.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, that's a theory in quantum mechanics, and I was actually looking up some research before I came here by Michael Talbot, where he was trying to describe the holographic universe that we're in, because he believed there are multiple realities happening at once, and you need to tap into. I don't know if you've heard of something called quantum jumping or jumping timelines. People believe you can manifest your ideal reality. So for me, science has proven that everything vibrates at a certain rate. Yes, there's atoms, there's particles. At the lowest rate, completely your body. This is the physical manifestation that we can see, but it's just a lot of atoms vibrating at a very fast speed that have made it what it is, what we see now. Yeah. When you close your eyes, you don't see the room anymore, right? When you open your eyes, So what makes something real is the observer. What I believe is you want to create a beautiful life. Try to observe the good things in your life. Try to be grateful for everything that happens, and somehow things will align in your favor. It's not as easy because the world that we live in is meant to silence us, is meant to keep us hostages, is meant to keep us, just glued to the rat race.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying it's only a minute few who know about this, and that's why they keep getting richer. There's something they've discovered, and that's why some of us, we stay clogged into the system and don't discover our true nature, which is awareness. There's a book I love. It's called The Secret, but there's the one after that by Rhonda Byrne. She was saying The Secret now, there is... What's our true nature as human beings? What makes you know you're you? Yeah. There's something called awareness. Yeah. Awareness is a state where you're supposed to be in bliss, where our true state is actually happiness. But this world has taught us worry, anxiety, all that when you have money, when you don't. Because why? You need these external things to make you feel a certain way. But what if you could meditate and manage to feel that certain way, with or without that job, with or without money, with or without anything? Can you find your true state and just exist? And that's it. That's about the vibration. That's about the particles, finding that alignment and being in that frequency. Yeah.
So I think we have talked about this before, but I wanted more on it. If you can expand on it, do you believe that all religions lead to the same truth?
No. Religion is a man-made construct. All religions are cultish to a degree. I can almost say they're just cults. They're just institutions where humans need a sense of community. So of course, when you have your fellow neighbors, your friends, you all have this thing that you have something you're looking forward to. It's like a carrot and a donkey. So the carrot is the afterlife. It's being dangled in front, and everyone comes in. All these years, all these weeks, all these religions, all of them defeating what? One Satan, that's it? Like really? Really? Like let's think about it rationally. And he never gets defeated. We needed something external to blame, yet it's humans. We have good and bad in us. We are the ones hurting each other. We're the ones, if we decide, you know what, let's treat each other better. Like, it's so simple that it just puzzles me how we... There are people who know. There are people who know the reality of the situation, but they want to stay in charge. They want to stay in power. And that's why people call them certain names. Like now the new age, what you think it is, because you think it's literal. Because there's people even who say Illuminati. No, it's being illuminated. It means you've opened up your third eye. Your pineal gland is open. Yeah. You've opened up. You're seeing beyond this world. Yeah. You're seeing the 5D world. You're seeing now that vibration space. There, when you... the dots that you see, there's a different vibration happening. There's a reason why a butterfly flapping its wings in one side of Dubai can affect a snowstorm or hurricane in a different country. Did you know that? Yeah. And this is something that has been proven through multiple tests. Yeah. So in the same element, what if humans could tap into that same thing? Yeah. What if I could tap into something that there's something that I need? There's a willow in Australia. If we come together, we would lead to the next big invention or big cure or just create a better, easier world for everybody. What if we could do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. Thank you for that.
Do you get me?
I'm getting to learn.
Oh, yeah, because I can see your face. You're like,
I'm getting to learn. I'm getting to learn about...
I can see. I'm like,
so it's good I'm learning too. I'm getting to learn more on the new age thing. Yeah. So let's go deep into this thing called affirmation.
Yes.
First of all, maybe somebody may ask himself or herself, what is affirmation? Can you tell us what is this affirmation?
I think affirmation is... Yeah. Well, okay. Thank you for that question. Affirmation is just the English word. I'm trying to break it down with how I've understood it. I know what they are, but like from the English word to affirm, what is to affirm? It's like kuitikia kitu vile iko. Like you're affirming something, When you reaffirm, you're trying to say it again in a way that sticks, right? Yeah. So affirmations it's a type of meditation where you say positive. There's positive affirmations. You say words over and over until they are part of your reality. Yeah. So, for example, there's different types of affirmations. You can write, you can talk to yourself in the mirror, like, I am beautiful, I am wealthy, I am healthy. It's just beautiful statements that bring forth a beautiful reality. Yeah.
So do you believe that the power of nature works?
What do you mean the power of nature?
The power of nature. I always see that people who believe in affirmation, they can go even in the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool
that's beautiful.
place
I'd want to,
and
by the
then,
way. Yeah.
confess about something.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You go to the Himalayan with the monks, you're there meditating. Me, there's nothing a Kenyan can tell me or an African, especially one who's not a billionaire. No offense. I tell you why. I told you, India, China, Japan, the way they've moved forward in their advancements, I would be more willing to hear their ideology. I even have a Buddhist symbol here because they make more sense than anything I've ever heard here. No one can convince me otherwise. Bandwagon mentality, being a sheeple herd mentality. Oh, hell no. Like, I'm not afraid of standing alone if I have to, as long as I know I've uncovered certain truths and I've checked the information from credible sources and I've fact-checked as well. And so anyway, this is a symbol for enlightenment. These are the twists and turns we go through in life. It's called an unalom. And then upper Jew is when you achieve self-actualization. So because their reality, wakona risiti, they can show you like this works because look, here's my reality. But here, unaambia na mtu ana kitu, anakwambia pana, this is how the world works. Wow, ujui, watu wadosi, wako hivi, watu sijui what, and you want me to listen to you and your bitter view of the world. Yeah. Why? Life is so short. That's one thing we can agree on. Yeah. We don't know, right? We don't know if tomorrow you'll wake up or no. We don't know, right? Yeah. So why would you waste the time that you have here with anger, with bitterness, with nonsense? Like, can we fill it with things that will advance the human species, that will lead to human evolution? Can't we also invent our own gadgets? It's going to made in Japan, made in China. Let's have also, because I've had people who say, ayo ni kariobangi metengenezwa huko, don't use it. Why do we look down upon our own products? Why can't we be the ones who are the change makers? Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. So what role did affirmation play in shaping your life?
Oh, that's a good one.
Maybe your destiny.
Affirmations are beautiful. I think it takes 21 habits for your mind to form, 21 days for your mind to form a habit, right? Then the more you do it, it becomes your personality, your character. You have to do it repetitively.
So I have to do it each and every day.
Yeah, not you have to, like for the best results.
Is there any specific time if let's say today I did it or maybe at 2 p.m. So tomorrow I must do
I see the direction you're going. That's not how affirmations work, my guy. Yeah. You can do it anytime. Even now, we can do some affirmations together. Should we? So that you see how it works. It's not a ritual. It's not a spell. But no wonder English, by the way, words, they're called spelling. People don't realize the power of the tongue. If you tell yourself good things in the mirror, is that a bad thing? Literally, that's all you're doing. You're affirming to yourself, hey, I'm the guy. Yo, I have a great podcast. You're trying to have that reality. Is it bad to want good things for yourself?
Okay, that is...
Is it bad to want good things?
That is attracting a positive energy.
Yeah, positive mindset, positive energy. But they need to be accompanied with inspired action.
Do you believe that maybe attracting this positive energy, this good gifts, they always come from God? We can't attract them by ourselves.
Again, you don't understand me at all whatsoever, but it's okay, I understand. I told you, there are over 5,000 gods being worshipped by humanity.
Yeah.
And everyone believes theirs is the right one. I'm an atheist. I have nothing to do with that worldview.
Yeah.
I am a humanist. I see you as a human. I don't believe in anything external or above as a God. Yeah. So if you ask me, God this, God that, which God? There are so many. I have a favorite, by the way, the Indian goddess Kali. She's amazing. You see, that's what I mean. So if you keep saying God, 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 you in your mind know who you're referring to. That is a book that is 2,000 years old. I don't subscribe to it. So to understand me, you cannot measure me by the standards of that book. Because I can start my own movement, and 1,000 years from now, you don't know. People will be saying, so, New Age by Madame She, Madame Philosophy. Yeah. You get, So it won't work trying to say, God this, God that. Which one?
Okay, I'm getting you. I'm getting you. But I think after the end of the conversation, I'll get to convince you.
No, please don't. So, it's annoying.
How do affirmation differ from prayer?
Prayer is a form of affirmation. Because but now, like I told you, the issue is when someone thinks they're doing it to something external, but because they believed it so much, when it happens in their lives, it affirms to them whatever they were doing already works. Yeah. And it's not the prayer that is working. It's not the affirmations that are working. Yeah. It's the inspired action while doing it. Yeah. Like, for example, yes, I have a beautiful car. Yeah. Someone else is like, God, give me a beautiful car. And then one works hard to get that car and gets it. Yeah. It's not just the saying. You've said that thing. It has helped your body go into a position where you've aligned yourself with opportunities that have allowed you to get that car. Yeah. So prayer is a form of meditation. It's a form of affirmation as well, depending on how you do it. Because there are people who are like, I've heard songs where all my enemies are suffering. I'm like, that's not a good thing to say, because that means you've put yourself on a pedestal where you're the one who has enemies. And I believe we're just here to learn from one another. There's no good person and bad person. There's no enemy per se. This is something that has been ingrained in us starting from those religious books. The only enemy is you. You're the one getting in the way of yourself. You're the one not facing your shadows. So you have to blame something. You have to blame a devil. You have to blame a neighbor. You have to blame a family member. Like, face yourself. People have not faced themselves yet. And people can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. So even here, when I try to maybe describe or explain something to a certain level, it can only be understood to the degree to which a person has met themselves as well. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really getting you.
Are you though?
Yeah, I think after the end of this,
I don't think so.
Get to understand and learn and relearn about...
And unlearn. Unlearning is the hardest part. The way I had to unlearn a lot of things that we were taught.
And get to know more about this affirmation, because I've been coming across this thing maybe on social media, maybe on TikTok, about, you say these people who believe in affirmation, they are really attached to this thing, affirmation. So, they will tell you that maybe if you use salt, maybe use salt and then profess about something, maybe about job, when you are going to an interview, then automatically you're going to get it.
Not really automatically. I don't think anyone has ever said automatically, but it just helps with the process. I hear you what you're saying. People have different rituals or the way they do it in order to believe. There are some now in what you understand. There are some now in the religious aspect who pray. That's a form of affirmation, right? Well, you understand prayer, right? So how hard is it to understand that for someone else, when they say certain words, they're even, let me tell you, ata kwa futa and others, they're players who believe they should wear certain socks and those socks will help them win. It's just something they've put in their mind. Let's say it's a mindset thing. Because it's not those socks helping them win. They know they can win. It's a good luck charm they've put in their mind. So the same way people have believed, even Catholics, they hold a rosary one by one. They've believed that. Women may believe salt, whatever will work, whatever, it will happen because they've believed that. So again, it goes back to you as the source, you as the God frequency. You believing something will work a certain way, makes it work the certain way, showing you are the one with the power making things happen. It's not the thing. It's you attaching yourself to that thing that is making it happen. Imagine how powerful we are. And why are we getting away from our power? Who taught us that shrinking is beautiful? Who taught us that we have to be small and play small in this world? I use the brain, quote unquote, God gave me. Now I'm an atheist. Ironic, isn't it? You see, there's no mistake. There's a reason why these conversations are happening even now, why we have access to such a beautiful place and can talk about this. And that's what I believe means revelation. It's when things start revealing themselves. The old system is going. This new age is now this, what we're doing right now.
So let's say about the salt I was talking about. Let's say I try to do that, and then I affirm that I put the salt or maybe on my shoe, and then in the interview, then I believe that the power of that salt, the power that I've shown it through the salt, that nitapata kazi. Do you believe that now is a ritual that I believe in the salt?
Yeah, it's you believing in it, actually. It's not the salt making you get the job. It's you believing. And also, it has to have inspired action. When you're going for the job, did you prepare? Are you ready for that company? It's not just about salt or affirmations where you're putting it, trying to dilute its value. Not like that. There's that aspect. There are people, I know you're talking salt, cinnamon, whatever. There are certain elements or herbs or things that are in nature that even our folk believed. Remember, our ancestors, how did they get medicine? There are herbs they took in the forest. There's certain soil they could take when there's a cure certain wounds. That's what we lost, that power. I would love to know what herbs we can use to do certain things. Ukiwa na homa, take this one. Instead of the pharmaceuticals that have been pushed upon us, instead of the just vague prayer. So anything can work if you believe in it, but also follow with action. Even those religious texts themselves say faith without action is dead, right? Exactly. So the same way, affirmation. For me, I can sing some affirmations or I can talk them, but if I don't do something, as well along those lines, like, oh, I'm the best podcast host, maybe, and I've not even come to a podcast. It won't make sense. Oh, I have a job, I've not even applied, but you've spoken about affirmations a lot, which makes me believe like you've been fascinated by how different people believe or say certain things that they believe will lead to a certain outcome. So for me, there's an affirmation I came up with, I created. That's why I'm saying we're all creators. I like saying something like this is an affirmation. May goodness and kindness locate me. Abundance and wealth locate me. Something simple like that. I'm just wishing for goodness and kindness to locate me, to just meet good people but then I can't just sit after that. No, I have to go out and meet people. Now I meet you, I get to know you. I'm like, oh, here's the good person I was wishing to meet, for example, you see.
Oh, I get to understand.
Why wouldn't we do something beautiful like that?
So, okay, I get to understand. It's the same like faith without action is dead.
That's it.
Yeah.
But bado inaanza na mindset.
Yeah. So I always see nowadays people who believe in the new age movement, they really believe in affirmation. And some say that if, I don't know, using water, I've been trying to go deep into it to understand more about it.
Yeah.
Some people believe in the power of water.
The elements have power. It's in nature, water, fire, earth, because there's even a Chinese technique called feng shui, how you're supposed to arrange your home or office for the most energy to flow to get the best results. And look, again, most things are made in China. Their school system, you can see how advanced they are.
Yeah.
So if a Chinese tells me about water, it's easier for me to believe than someone suffering in Kenya telling me, no, but Christ is the Lord. Come on, you also told, we wacha zako. So I'd love to know practical aspects to get from point A to B. Because another issue I hate is not really hate, but I don't really like, is someone has taken practical steps to get from point A to B and then they tell you, ni God. They don't want to tell you the process. Because it's not just that there's a process. Who did you bribe? Who did you sleep with? Say the truth. You get, there's something. How many interviews do you have to go to? Who did you pay? Ama, what did you pay? What exams did you do? There's a process. So there's not just, nay God, there's this process. We want to know about the process. So for affirmations, at least they're telling us the process. They're showing us, hey, this is how you affirm. After you affirm, this is what you do. Now, accompany it by the action. And they're showing us the results as well. So when I see the results, I'm like, tufichi. Let's do it then. The elements work. What do I lose by following the elements? Things that are available in nature. They wouldn't have been there if they're not there to be used. Salt is easily available. Water is there. You're telling me if I burn sage, I'll have good energy. What do I lose by just burning sage? Nothing. So, okay, let me burn sage then. Okay, it feels better.
That's turn me back to this question. What is your source of truth?
I actually like the name of your podcast, The Untold Truth. Because of the spiral there, it shows that we're still learning a lot of things. So my source of truth is verifiable data, scientific journals, different articles online. I'm not a person who will tell you a certain person said something on TikTok or YouTube and that's it and that's factual. No. Yeah. Like I was watching the Michael video about quantum mechanics. And then I went, of course, again on the internet and researched more about that and started seeing what is quantum entanglement and the scientists who are still researching into it. What I really love about science is what they haven't discovered, they're not afraid to say, you know what, we don't know yet there. But we keep researching. So my source of information, as long as it can be proven and it's factual, that's what I'll use. Like I'll read whatever text there is. I won't just confine myself to a book I was told to confine myself to. Yeah.
So you read and you confirm from another book.
And another source, exactly. Peer-reviewed material. Journals are normally peer-reviewed. You can't just publish something in a journal and it's not factual. For example, for gravity, for it to be tested, you saw us do experiments in school, chemistry, like that, exactly. So if that has been done by multiple scientists in different parts of the world, they've come up with the same logical conclusion. It shows you that is verifiable data. But now when it comes to things like religion, this one has a theory. This other person in a theory. No one can even agree on a God. Now see. But science, even if all the books were to be burnt and then they come back tomorrow, whatever test that had already been done and had a certain conclusion will still be the same. It won't change. So that shows you something. It's not from someone's mind. It's not from someone's agenda trying to make people think a certain way. No, it's just, it is what it is. If the leaf is green, it's green. I can't change it. Me feeling that, no, it shouldn't be, does not change what it is.
So far, because I know you getting into the new age movement and affirmation, there's a specific book, a specific source maybe attracted you there. Which is your favorite book that really attracted you through the new age movement?
Okay, I'd like to correct you again.
Yeah.
It's not a specific institution where there are a group of people coming together, saying affirmations, and it's not the picture you've painted in your mind.
No,
It's literally an individual journey. You
Okay.
on your individual journey, me on my individual journey. And
Okay, thank you for that.
yeah, if I'm an artist, that's why I want people on the journey with me. When I create music, the community, we can spread more good and awareness that way. That's the collective power, the God power that we can cultivate. So there's no book telling me how to act. This is me being me in my true essence. I've always wanted to have a documentary or a reality show called Keeping Up with Alvina, Kua. Because Kua in Swahili means to be. Yeah. Our essence as human beings, that's why we're called human being. Yeah. You're supposed to just be. I don't have a book. Maybe if I write one, I've written one actually, 87,000, but that's my autobiography. I haven't published it yet, 87,000 words. One day I will, and maybe I'll write more books, but I believe I'm the one who'll create this. But so far, the people I love listening to are people like Sadhguru, Osho. I love seeing materials from Mind Valley Academy, because these are enlightened beings also who question and go forth and talk about the benefits of meditation and the mind. So I love that because it's forward thinking. But is there any one particular book that tells me how to act or behave? No. Instinctively, yeah. I genuinely know what I'm supposed to do or say in this moment.
I was coming, you have touched somewhere where I was heading to.
Where?
But about the meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's meditate.
So do you believe in meditation and doing this yoga thing?
I show you now. I don't believe it is been proven, even by science. Meditation is a thing. It works, yeah. Staying in silence, I can stay in silence for 5 hours. I'll even be going live on TikTok, just being in meditation once I move out, end month, once I have my own space. Because, do you know what? Let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
I'm here for you.
We have been taught, here's the thing, if you can't enjoy your own company, how do you expect anyone else to? If you can't sit with your own thoughts, why do we always make ourselves suffer twice? You've already suffered the event in real time. And then in your mind, you can't stay. Why? Because you're overthinking. You're thinking about things of this world. You're attached to jobs, to money, to relationships, to material things. And you're not able to sit in silence for even 1 minute to be grateful for just being alive, for just being aware. And that's what meditation is. Sitting with your thoughts, just being... And even that's a form of meditation. There are different forms of meditation. Another form of meditation is this, like us being in the moment. We are having a conversation. Do you know this is actually, we are being present. This is a form of meditation. We're meditating on a topic. Tuna medi. That's why we say that. Let's meditate.
Okay.
So we meditate.
For how many minutes?
Let me see. That would be fun. Let's see. 1 minute, maybe. 1 minute is okay.
About what? Because I don't know about it, so you have to take me through it.
Oh, you are right. He's a brother, pole. Pole, man. Ngoja nione. Like, what happens is, you have some meditations which tell you, they guide you. On YouTube, you can find guided meditation. Maybe they tell you, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. We can do that. I can guide you, I see. We do a 1 minute guided meditation. Should we try?
Okay.
We can... So start by just planting your feet firmly on the ground. Just
okay, let's go.
Okay, let me just time it. All right. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Picture a place that makes you happy and just have that image in your mind. All the while you're breathing. Breathe in. Out. Picture that moment and how it makes you feel. Focus on the feelings. Stay in that state of happiness. Breathe in. Out. Feel those feelings. Breathe in. Out. That's it.
Okay.
See, we meditated. Where did you picture? A beach somewhere?
I was just picturing about my future family.
Oh, that is so cute. Your future wife will be so happy. Oh.
Yeah. So that's how you guys always do it.
Not really. That's a form of it. Like, it's just being able to picture a beautiful thing in your mind, or even just clearing your thoughts and just being. Literally just, there's nothing else. I'm just in that moment. Like, there are different forms of meditation. You can find the one you like, because you'll find different people have done it on YouTube. I can also create one. That's what I want us to do as Africans. Instead of waiting kupewa job ama nini, mini create my meditations. They create money, they create an ecosystem where people can also listen and benefit and be their best selves, you know. Yeah, that's it. It's just...
So, you see, you can even go for 5 hours.
Yeah, I can go for 5 hours in silence. Like, I can just... It's fun inside my head. Without talking, without interacting, without thinking any thought. You know what you do?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. As the observer, don't attach yourself to any thought, but don't resist it. See a thought. Maybe kuna dem alikuacha, imekuuma, unakumbuka na Nancy wewe ama Shiro wewe, unajua. See it. Observe it. Don't attach yourself to it. Feel the emotion that comes. Maybe alikuhurt, just imeenda. Let it go. Do you know it has been proven, neuroplasticity, you only stay with an emotion for 90 seconds. Like the brain, how it has been wired. You can go and research on this and you'll see 90 seconds, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, the normal is 90. Now where the problem comes is when people ruminate. You let your mind have repetitive negative feedback loops and you stay in an emotion you were never supposed to stay in. You attach yourself to that anger. It's natural for human beings to evolve and relationships to drift apart. But if I allow myself to hold on to the feeling, the anger, and then that becomes my entire identity. Yet that's not the normal. And that's why we keep suffering inside our own minds. That's why I'm telling you I can stay for 5 hours. Why? Not that those emotions aren't there. Not that sometimes I don't feel bad or looked down upon or misunderstood. Not that when hate comments come online, not that, like I do get sometimes hate comments. People will say whatever, because there's a time I went viral stopping a person in a matatu. So I get it. People will hold on to what they already know. They'll feel like this person is trying to sabotage something that we already believe in. That's a normal human reaction. The knee-jerk reaction is, hey, wewe, hapana, hujui, utakufa vibaya. It's normal. But meditation has allowed me to understand. I look at people from empathy. I won't judge you the same way. I won't tell you, utachomeka juu waamini vile nimeamini. Me, I'm telling you, this is how me I live, and it gives me peace. If it works with you too, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. That's my new age movement. It's your choice, like a genuine choice. Do you actually want a happier life inside your head or no? I'm showing you a beneficial way to, because even people tell me I don't even look my age. The soul looks younger. Why? The more you practice mindfulness, the more you practice gratitude for just being in this avatar that you found yourself in, the more even comments won't affect you. People tell you, oh, Linona, oh, you're bad, oh, may just see it as noise. You know why? Within my own mind, there's this protective sphere. There's that because of meditation now. My brain already knows. This is a human evolving and learning that way. That's the only way they can learn, by hating on me. Then it's okay. I'm okay within my mind. I love my mind.
That's so amazing. So, but how many gods do you have?
How many gods do I have? People create gods. I don't have a god. Yeah, I believe we are gods and goddesses ourselves. It's that frequency we need to tune into.
So you believe that you are a god?
To a degree, when you hit that frequency. Like, not this body. This body, of course, is temporary. The consciousness aspect, energy always was. How did everything begin? It began by, there's many theories, I'm not talking about the theory in certain religious texts. Again, there are people who also believe in the Big Bang, and it makes more sense why a particle was vibrating at a certain rate, and it created all these other things that we see now. And also when we think things, we are vibrating on the quantum realm, and we end up manifesting our reality. I've seen it work for people, alchemy, people taking negative, making it positive. And that's why certain areas remain as they are. That's why a certain place like this is found in Lavington. Why can't we create the same environment and mindset in a place like Kariobangi, for example? Why can't we empower ourselves? So I think God is something that is misunderstood. It's not something external. we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. If I could tap into that highest realm, if you could tap into that highest realm, all of us, and we connect, that is it. That's the creation aspect. That's the realm. That's heaven on earth. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one.
All right.
All right. So, so far, you being an atheist,
Yeah.
how is your parent taking all these things? Like,
I'm hated. I am. So that's how I know Christianity is not a good thing. Because why would you hate me for being who I am? Why would you hate me for being unapologetically me, for being authentic? Like, I'm always given like really bad words, and really I've faced a lot of hate within the family. The people who are supposed to protect you and nurture you, you know, like my father used to be protective over me. And it's like he felt there was something in me, there was a light in me. He passed away in 2016. My mother used to blame. It's okay. Thank you. My mother used to blame him for things that happened in our lives. Oh, it's because of him. We will live. We'll finally be happy. Oh, it's because of him. He died. Things got worse. Why? That's what I'm trying to say. It's never external. It's internal. All of us have journeys we need to take on this. Our souls came here to awaken. And unless we are honest with ourselves and take that journey, then always circumstances will keep repeating, showing that. And me, I told you, there's no way someone can tell me, oh, utakufa vibaya, utachomeka, and you want me to believe in that thing that has made you so fearful that all you can do is spew hate. Why would I even want to be a part of that? That is nothing welcoming or beautiful. Yeah, it's a very warped view of viewing the world. So that's why, for me, I think I broke off all chains or limitations in terms of there's a way we view also parents in the African community, right? They've said a certain thing. It has to be followed that way. We are waking up. We're the generation that is saying, do you know what? Even people who believe wrong things get to a certain age. Even people who view the world a certain way get to a certain age. Just because you've become a certain age does not automatically mean you're wiser. No. It's exposing yourself to experiences and frequencies that are not what you already believe, that are different, that are diverse. I've traveled, I've worked with different nationalities, I've seen different parts of the world, and it has made me really open up my mind to the possibility of what if what we were taught was wrong? You know, what if we could learn the actual secret that would make us be on top, that would make us be richer? You know, like Bill Gates, if you're watching this, sponsor. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why a majority of the population is not living their best lives. What if there's a world where we can actually live that? We have the flying cars, and, you know, you saw the story of the Rwanda invented the first flying car. But now, what if we could, because everything begins as a thought. That's why even those books say, let there be. What if you could think something nice, I think something, and then we come together, inspired action, create a better world where someone is free to be them, where someone can put a tattoo and not be told, hey, shetani, wewe, it's a piece of art. Like, come on, we don't see it the same way. This is someone who would have been on the streets, maybe killing, I don't know, stealing, but they decided, I'm using my art on this canvas, on, you know, I remembered I have my constellation also here, Virgo. But that's what I'm saying. I want a world where I don't look at you and immediately see differences and immediately hate on you for not believing the way I believe. I immediately fear you. You don't believe in this guy in a genie. No. I want you as a willow. Who's a willow? Like, you're not your name. You're not your body. I want to know the person, the consciousness, the spirit within. That is the person I want to know.
So, did you started your movement when your dad was still alive?
I think I was still on the journey, unraveling, because I became an atheist 2022 up, or like when I was 29. I came across Atheist Society of Kenya. Then I found it's a group of humans who are just having conversations. Actually, it's the way we were having groups in schools and debates. It's not even a big thing, because those people are also very different. People have their own different ways they navigate the world. And it was just beautiful to see and to have an environment where we can actually question. Because even when I was telling them about spirituality, they were like, Alvina, hot air. To them, it's funny. Why? Because for them, it's like there are people who are very, very logical. Science, mwanzo mwisho. Unless something has been proven kabisa, the way we can prove gravity, don't guess. Like, akuna cha guesswork or happenstance. So if my dad were here, I think there's a way I would converse with him. He would understand. I feel we were somehow on the same frequency. And that's why in the household, it's not as peaceful. Because a person who's enlightened acts as a mirror to those who have not yet faced their shadows. This is the philosophy of Carl Jung. So these are some of the philosophers I love listening to. through and seeing some of their ideologies, how they viewed the world. Machiavelli, you see, there's some elements of what they were saying, and they had studied the human mind and human psyche. And there's a reason why I trigger people who have not yet awakened. It's my mission to be like, sometimes have you ever just been hated on for existing? Sometimes you've done nothing. You're just there. Yeah, now who you get? So there's something already that shows me there's a light within me that burns so brightly, and it needs to burn even more. Like, it's not there by accident.
Yeah.
Whichever way someone would want to put it or phrase it or say it's from I don't know where. What. Yeah. All I know is I am who I am for a reason. And here I am now, and here I am wanting to create that beautiful world that I see in my mind that allows me to stay with my thoughts for 5 hours and feel nothing, even 8 hours. Like, I'm so happy. I'm just, you know? Or like even the Om meditation, kuna hizo za because there are certain sounds that are in tune with the vibration of the earth. So, yeah, like, it's okay. Like, I'm not afraid, because at the end, guess what? We'll all die. Hey, so live the life that you want to live, not because of other people or society. Imagine. Yeah. Because I don't want to live a life I'll regret and be like, I did this because society expected, or I did this because of fear. No, I was actually being myself. Wow, what a liberating thing. Yeah.
So you are telling me that at that age you're already realizing yourself that
slowly
Christianity is not your thing.
Religion.
Religion is not your thing. And then you start the movement, you start to become your movement. And then tell me, I want to understand.
I like that. I become my movement.
I want to understand, when you become your movement and then you have realized the truth that maybe religion is not giving you the truth you want.
It's not.
And then you are coming to your parent. You have started changing. Yeah, they can see that you are not who you are.
They can't. That's the thing. No, actually, they can't see. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They are blinded by their own world so much. They can't even see me. I'm right in front of them, telling them like maybe my ideology or living that ideology.
So
they don't see me.
You're having a conversation with them, telling them what you feel, what you want to do, what the movement you want to get into.
Not really. I've not told them all that.
Okay.
Because they're haters. They won't support me, so I won't talk about it.
What the reaction from your mother, actually? Maybe mother, even your siblings.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My mother created a very hateful environment, a very hateful world where we live. It's too much to go into, but it made me start therapy. Because I realized, like I said, therapists will understand this. Like, I was the scapegoat. I still am. Yeah. They've not been able to face themselves. Those emotions are too big for them. There's no emotional regulation. I even have videos on TikTok showing abuse happening in real time. My mother was abusing me, was abusing my kids, was talking tribal slurs. And somehow we've justified this because these are older people so they can get away with abuse and nonsense. No, just because it happens behind closed doors. I do not take her as the avatar she is. The manifestation of the people who brought us into this world is this. It's just the physical thing. Yeah. But it does not mean that they are your soul family. Yeah. If you cannot be on the same alignment and create a better, more beautiful world, then you do not exist in my heart. I do not hate you. I do not love you. You just exist. We've never had conversations as a family. Our family, we've never hugged. We've never said, I love you. People eat whatever time they eat. Like, it's been a very strange way of living, if you ask me. It's not normal. And this is because of one world created by one woman, a world full of pain, a world that believes the rich are the ones only supposed to be addressed a certain way. Men are the ones who are supposed to be ahead, because when men die, women are supposed to do chores, carry babies on back and just wash. And I've seen this world crumble this person, make them bitter, make them angry, make them toxic, make them not realize their true power, make them not realize their dreams, make them give up on themselves. Because there's a shosho I watch on TikTok. She goes live. She's in the village, a whole shosho. Anongea kizungu ingine hapo. And she's so beautiful and enlightened. And she's still doing things in her way, but that's her world. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to show. There's no one world. Just because your parents fashioned a certain world for you, they did the best with the knowledge they had. They're also human beings discovering life. Doesn't mean they knew best. Actually, they did not, because receipts tell the answer. If you show me receipts and I see in your receipts there's misery, there's debt, you've still not learned how to make money, I don't know how many years later, you still expect your children to be the ones to feed you, to finance you. She has something called narcissistic personality disorder, where you think the world revolves around you and you make it negative. Because I remember hearing a lot of negative things about my siblings. Everyone ametengwa. Like, this person is told bad things about this one is told bad things about this one. So they choose to believe, because this is an authority figure, mother, saying this thing things. So of course it's true. It's not. Yet here I am, the horse's mouth, showing you my reality, showing you this is what I believe. They don't even know what I believe. They force me that this is what shE3 says and does. Sometimes, have you ever had a story about yourself and you're like, aya, wacha, tell me more. Yeah. Like, because it's so unfamiliar. Why? It's a script they've put. It has nothing to do with me. Their perspective is not my reality. So we're not really close. There have been ups and downs, but that's how I know the mission is stronger than any small, like my vision is bigger than any small family unit, to be honest, because the number of lives I can impact by this movement in a positive way, finally, it will only make sense if I can do it and prove it to myself first. Yeah. I can't just have it in my mind. And that's why we're here. It starts from such moments, and then we see what kind of content or film or music can we create that will further push this world so that they can finally see, oh, aya, that is her world actually. Yeah. We were trying to script her and shrink her into our world, which had nothing to do with me. If I have to be shrunken down in your script, you're the main character in your script. Yeah. I'm the main character in my script. You cannot script for me how I live life. You're not the one to tell me. No, I have it in my mind and I know it in my gut how I'm supposed to live. So, yeah, I don't really care what anyone thinks. That's the thing. Whether parents, whether society, whether institutions, I know if I find certain data and there's a mission, there's something in my mind, it's already existing somewhere. So I can make it work and show what I'm about. And that's the only way to, quote unquote, prove, but I'm not doing it for anyone's validation. Yeah. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do and it makes me happier and healthier and freer. Why wouldn't I want everyone else to also have that, Yeah. Inner peace that surpasses all understanding.
Have you tried to make peace with the family?
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I tried. It always gets worse and worse. It escalates because even now we're together, but I step out most of the time. What happens is these are people who believe one way of things, and it's like that, like that. You see the way we're having a conversation. Yeah. Whatever I'm saying, it's things you didn't know or didn't believe or don't believe in or don't know. Cindy, there's what you know, but you have the capacity for conversation to hear. Let me hear what this lady is about. Let's talk. That is what most old folk don't have. Yeah. I tried. I'm like, if you talk back, yet that's how conversation works. Yeah. They're so fixated in their rigid mindsets until they're able to actually put down their ego and know that children can actually know more than the parent. Yeah. I would want a world, because children are pure. Because even now, the way my children are, they're pure. They're still in touch with the spiritual realm. Especially a child up to age 7. There's a reason why folks want to have, they want to have children around.
Oh, you have children?
Yeah, I have a son, he's 12, and I have a daughter, she's 3.
Nice
and it's a long story, but there's been a lot of tug of war, push and pull with the people in my life. Hello, children. I'm still your mama, and I love you. Okay, so there's been a lot of push and pull. So sometimes you have to make decisions where it's okay, you're the villain in people's story as long as they get what they need to. But what I'm trying to say is the worlds they created, those are not beautiful worlds. Why would I want to exist in a world with a shrunken version of myself? I would want a world where a child can talk. Let the little children come to me. Let them say what is in their mind without fear. Because sometimes I see my son anatembe nikamenyeshewa because there are these adults who are used to talking down to children in a certain way. They believe this is how you command respect, this is how you teach them. That's not it. I've been a teacher 3 years at some point. I believe in gentle parenting. I believe you can show them and guide them through your way, but I've not had that chance without these other people involved, So that's why I need to create this movement and create something that is long-lasting, a legacy that I can leave for them as well. Yeah, children are mirrors. People love children because it won't allow you to be in your mind suffering. So it's their joy you're feeding off of. You're siphoning, actually, and you're not even letting them glow and be like a butterfly, So I try, but like I said, it has to be a shrunken version of me, and I'm not allowing myself to live life like that, yet we'll all die in the end. Why would I live life less than to please one person out of 8 billion just because you found yourself a certain role? I am not my role. You are not your role. Yeah. Like, today we'll meet, there's a way we'll affect each other. Tomorrow there's another person, Evio. So you should never limit yourself because of one person's warped view of the world. Don't limit yourself.
Talking of that, of how maybe... how can we call our parents? Gen X, Ama?
Yeah, I think the Gen X.
I know you always face challenges. You having your own thoughts on how you want to create your movement. And then let's say you are in a age group where you have a older people, and maybe you have something you want to tell them, you believe that is the right thing, but for them they believe that you are a child, you don't have a reason to talk, they know it all. I know you face these challenges.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
How do you try to make things work out when you face such challenges?
That's the thing. They're not my target audience. Let me put it this way. Sometimes some battles are not worth wasting your energy on. Yeah. The only way to prove that your way works is you living and embodying that. And once you start showing the reality, it starts manifesting in the physical realm. You show that all your theories actually came true. This is what is happening. They'll start to follow themselves. Yeah. You have to guide them. These older people, they don't like being told. Yeah. That's how they see it, as if you're telling. You know, for me, I've never been told something by a kid and feel like this person is telling me. No, they're opening up them. I'm seeing how they see the world. That is so beautiful, you know. Yeah. So these guys, there's no convincing them through words. Yeah. But the moment you do things and they work, that's it. Because I remember it was so funny, even in my family. My sisters used to feel all like they used to be excited over other celebrities. Yet I was on TV at the time. I was acting on Hapakule with Akina Abel Mutua. I was acting with Akina Don Nyacheo, Akina Gerald Degwa. Like we've done great things, but they can't see the celebrity in me. Yeah. They see in others. Even my mom used to see me on TV and say, so onge now wakusaidia ukwe successful. Yeah. Yet we're on the same level at that time. You get? Yeah. They'll never see me the way I am unless I prove it by living my life in my way, using my rules. Yeah. The problem is it's within this matrix, within this system, within this society where you still need money to survive, where you still need ABC. But that's a limiting belief. I believe if I can be the most authentic version of myself, there's a way things will align. Yeah. And a year from now, we'll be having a different conversation. You'll be like, so tell me about your new house in LA. Wacha nisiseme vitu mingi lakini let's say kilelesho basi. Kilelesho. But anyway, it's possible. What I believe, good things are possible, but the thing is being grateful whether or not they happen. Yeah. That awareness, just being in that moment, no sikwe affected by something external. Yeah. So these people, you can't convince them just through words. Convince them through action. Yeah, and don't fight battles that will drain your energy. Because if you give energy back, that means you're willing to take the energy from the other person. You see this, we're exchanging energy. Yeah. I'm getting to have your view and you're getting to have mine. Yeah. So if you don't want bad energy in you, why would you engage? I don't engage. Whatever they say, they talk. In my head, I'm hearing, I'm covering my ears like a kid. You know that song? La, 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 la. When your words mean nothing, I go blah, blah, blah. So, wanaongea vitu negative. Unaona kabisa the person is manipulating you real time. Yeah. Talking shit on your face. Telling shit about you to your face. They expect you to take it and they can't even take it. Those are cowards. Face yourself first. Yeah. Face yourself first. There's nothing they can tell me.
So you say you are 4 siblings?
Yeah.
You are the last one?
Yes. The hated one.
The hated one?
Yes.
So among all of you, three siblings, there's nobody who is supporting you?
They don't even support each other. No one talks to the other. No one likes the other. Why? We were all separated by our mother. That's another thing. That's why we should normalize therapy. If you saw those videos on TikTok, you would, that person would have been put in a psych ward a long time ago. We don't normalize mental health in Africa, in Kenya.
I think we should come back for another episode for that. Another conversation
because it's dangerous. I have to get out of that environment. It's hostile. You ever feel like you're in a battlefield, like there are landmines. Anything you say or do can trigger. Yeah. Like adults, all those years you still haven't learned how to emotional regulate. I'm the one to regulate your emotions. Yeah. What? And then you're expecting me to hear how you view the world. What? Yeah. No way.
Tell me, where do you want your movement to go? How do you see your movement in the next
10 years, 5 years?
Let's say 5 years, or 2 years, yeah?
Okay. I think like NDL. I love Nico Omilana. Nico, if you're watching this, Nico in the UK, I want to collab with him, the Better Squad. I love the Try Guys when it comes to America, AMP. So I'd like it to be a movement where we create content that shifts conversations and cultures and movements where you see like Jubilee. I don't know if you've watched Jubilee YouTube video. I love that. Yeah. Jubilee, they have a lot of YouTube videos where they put people who have opposing mindsets together. Yeah. There's a one called Surrounded. They put maybe conservative versus LGBTQ. Yeah. They put maybe atheists versus 25 Christians or Christian versus 25 atheists or guess the atheists. You know what such kind of shows do? They create understanding and human connection. Why? I realize this person is different from me and this is how they live, but I'm learning something from them. They've even had a Satanist in their ninis. Like to me, it was so beautiful. I'm like,
actually,
wait, they have everyone.
That was in my mind. Actually, I talked to a certain guy yesterday, a Christian, and then my mind was like, after having this episode, I want you, the atheist one, and the Christian one, to have in one conversation.
That's okay. I've done those a lot, though. That it's a bit draining because they believe what they believe. You can see in their faces. They're not listening to understand. They're listening to respond. I can always see in someone's face if they actually want to understand me or they are ready. Because someone came with a Bible, So I'm wondering, this book which references itself is what you want to use to prove itself to me. Okay, great. I wouldn't mind, just that I feel like right now what I want to push more is now what I believe. You get? I don't want to come and fight you over your beliefs.
Yeah.
That Christian has their reason the way they are Christian. I want to show people what I'm about. That new age, my movement now. My movement I don't want it to be about bashing these people or these people. I don't believe certain things. That's fine. Yeah. The people who also don't believe certain things or have started questioning, they're welcome on this journey. They're welcome to my community. And that's what I want to keep pushing, that positive energy. Ndio isikuwe combative energy of, but you, no, but me, but the Bible, but the... You get? But I wouldn't mind. I'm just saying like what I'd prefer.
So, where do you see yourself the next 1 year?
Creating content like Jubilee, like NDL, all over, like taking over digitally, going live daily. I want my talent to be a source of income, at least. Because there's a time I didn't know I could do that. So I kept wasting my time going to this job, jumping to the other. There's a reason why I was always restless. I was never satisfied. Why? I had the power within myself to create things that would actually... I want to be paid to exist, basically, just to be me, like creating music in the studio. Let's see how that goes. And creating job opportunities for others. Because once we have something like this, you'll need someone for sound, you'll need an editor, you'll need someone who's organizing ABC. So you see, you're creating an ecosystem of people who are earning and thriving from your talent as well. And they're also having fun because they're doing something they love. There's someone who just loves holding the camera. So I think I want it to be a full-on production house, a media house that creates things such as these.
Do you admire or want maybe one day to make peace with your family?
In my mind, I'm at peace. Let me put it this way. If they decide to carry any grudge or any version of me that they've put in their mind, they've decided I'm the villain, that's a them problem. I don't even think about them. Like, they're not living rent-free in my head. My mind is on the movement. So if they are they're welcome in my world anytime, because my world is where there's peace. If they want me to shrink to go back to their world, hell no, because that means then I won't be authentically me. I'll be doing myself a disservice. So it's up to them if they want to make peace. But according to me, I'm understanding where they are in their growth. Does it hurt? Yes, because I am this. But like I said, I don't attach myself to this identity. I'm just the observer. So I forgave them a long time ago. Even when they keep doing these things, I take the data for evidence, because manipulation thrives behind closed doors. Abuse thrives behind closed doors. They need to be ready to face themselves. My movement will have people crying and opening up and all the things you're afraid to face. Face yourself, let it out, Yet they're welcome in my world anytime. All they have to do is actually see my world, not according to their world and their script. No, me, I'm welcoming them, because my mom used to say, I just want to control things. Yet when you look at the receipts, I've never controlled anything. She was telling on herself. She was projecting. She was the one controlling even where my kids are, where they go to school, what they do. She is the one who's been making decisions and crossing boundaries where she shouldn't, because things to do with my kids, I'm the one to make decisions. I've never made even one decision. So what do you mean, control? Who is trying to control who? And I'm not afraid to slay those dragons in them, those shadows, because that's shadow work. That's what I'm saying. They haven't faced themselves. I'm at peace with me. If they want to come to my world, they need to make peace with themselves first. They need to meet themselves first. But anytime they are welcome to my world, I am not going back to their world.
Okay, nice one. I have this question for you. You say you have 2 kids, and they are, one is 7.
12.
12.
The other one is 3.
Are
I feel like, sorry, they're named after my mom and dad. I feel like I was given them for, they came for a reason. I'm the one who's to reparent my parents, sort of, kind of. Anyway, yes.
So are they following your movement, or you just leave them to make their own decision when they are big enough to make a decision?
They make their own decision when they're big enough to. There's a time even my son was obsessed with the Quran. I found it fascinating. Like he had a small Quran. I was like, oh, that's nice. Like I want him to learn as much as he can. About anything, about everything. Like no limits. For me, find whatever information, come up with the conclusion. Don't let mtu asikupange, in short.
So right now, ayuko kwa movement yako?
They don't even know about anything. I told you it's a complicated situation right now because my mom is the one making decisions. Amekatalia. Kuna time I'd even taken her to feed her. There's a time I took her to children's. Then she also took me to children's. Like I realized tuna fight ndovu wawili wakipigana nyasi umia. My kids are the ones being hurt in the process. You think that you showing I'm a villain and you having my kids will somehow show I'm a bad person, but you're giving them everything they need? A win is a win.
Okay.
A win is a win. Like, I don't want them to get hurt. So tukivutana hivi, just because someone wants ownership, I cannot own my kids. Like, they are my kids. And my mom used to say, like, once you give birth, they are not your kids, they are there for community. No, they are still yours, plus the community. This is a person who has been seeing the world in a very bitter, warped way. And I'm like, fighting you hurts my kids. Yeah. So I won't fight you. You know what? Do whatever you want. But my kids and I know we are brought together by blood. And once they see what I'm about, somehow, they're welcome anytime. Miss Odoremi, welcome. Anytime. Like, they can be the most authentic, unhinged version of themselves with me. They'll feel freedom like they've never felt before, because that's the one thing that made me go to art. I've never felt free. Growing up, my voice was silenced. Do this, don't do this, you are like this, you are like that. That time, you're still trying to identify a sense of self. I was in boarding. People used to cry day one because of missing home. I used to cry the last day because I have to go back home. Because in boarding, I was myself. People took me as I am, because fellow kids, they also don't have this bias judgment. They've not learned that. I used to be the last person to sleep. People come to my dorm just to listen to me, stories, nini. When I used to teach, kids wanakatani talk. It was 2 hours. It was a double lesson. Yeah. French. Wanakata. No, don't go. We know Madame She. They're the ones who actually started calling me Madame She. The kids, it's another story, but it started like that. Yeah. So they're like, don't go. There's a certain power I know. Animals navigate towards me. Kids navigate towards me. So no biased adult aneza nipanga. Because an animal, hayuko influenced by education, hayuko influenced by religion, hayuko influenced by... You get? A kid is not yet influenced by all those things. We're the ones shaping them like plasticine, forcing them. Evie, this is the way, this is the way. Yeah. So for me, when they are ready, I'm so sure we'll reconnect. And if not, that's also okay. I just mean that I'm open and I won't put them in a position where they get hurt. So if I have to be the villain in a story, it's okay.
Will you be happy, maybe one of them, maybe to follow the Christian way?
Oh, hell no. That's I told you how many people have been killed in the name of religion. Yeah. How many? Like, really? I don't know. I believe they're smarter than that. Because at the time, even my son used to say he's an atheist. Like, before even me being, like, before knowing, he used to question. He's really into science. Mwenyewe on his path, I'm sure he'll come up to his own conclusion. And the truth is, the time he wanted to join NASA. I don't have to say anything. That's how I'm telling you. Truth just... out. It parades itself. It doesn't kizuri cha juza kibaya cha jitembeza. You get, like, I don't have to force them, do this, be a Christian, if he feels that's the best, even after reading about the slavery, the murder, sawa. As long as he doesn't try preaching to me, telling me hivi na inafaa, umeamua hiyo. Sawa. But I highly doubt it. The way I see them, and they are my kids, and how they reason.
What if?
It's okay. That's what unconditional love is. I won't be like...
You will still love them?
Yeah, 100%. Because there's a truth I can't say now, and I don't think it's in my place to ever say. That's how I know my son trusts me. He told me something that he's never told anyone, and I know he won't ever. He can't. Meaning already he feels my vibration. He feels my free. He feels safe with me. Oh, you can tell me something that happened to you, or you get, like, wow. Even when I'm there, when I'm not, you bado umeni rank, you know? So... it's okay. If that is what will be best, as long as you don't hurt other people by preaching harmful ideologies, let's say that. Like, whatever you're doing, make life better for other people around you, for the animals, for the environment. Be one with nature, the way you said. Nature, the law of nature.
Nice one. How did it go? You remember when you confronted that pastor?
You saw that video?
Yeah. You remember that?
Guy. Yes.
How was the reaction? How was the situation down there? You being an atheist.
Yeah.
unapatana na pastor pale, then things don't go the right way.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If Christianity is such a good thing, why did they immediately pick on me when I just exercised free speech, what he was doing? They were like, ashuke, ametumwa, mapepo, ashindwe. Do you see how many people live on ignorance and fear? I'm your fellow human being. I'm just saying, mbona ni one religion in a preach kwa mat? Mbona zote zisi preach? Like literally, that's all I was asking. Sure, that wasn't the target demographic because I've actually never talked about this on a podcast. Very fascinating. I think that day I just had it because even the pastor was attacking me. Wangine wenyu, sijui mumejaa tattoos, mashetani, hamtayolewa. That's a sermon. That's what you guys go to listen to in church. Do you hear sometimes some sermons are very hateful? If you ask me, it's very hateful. Yeah. It's judgmental. Who told you that tattoos are bad? Who told you that every woman wants to get married? Yeah. Who told you that? Who told ati wengine wenyu sijui, like it's so hateful and people are seated listening. Your enemies will be crushed in Jesus' name. You're hoping other human beings will be hurt. Yeah. And that is something you're celebrating. And you want me to be a part of that. So yeah, sure, the population there did not agree with me or did not speak at the time. But there was a lady who was a Christian who was seated next to me. Yeah. She was like, she told me, I'm a Christian, but I agree with you. Yeah. Imagine, that's all I needed. Not all the ashindwe pepo, ashuke. But that proved to me the ignorance and the hate. It's humans who hurt each other. Why did they want to hurt me in that moment? Why were they shouting? So when you shout, that's when I'll believe. Don't you have confidence in your beliefs that you must label something? Why do they label enlightenment and knowledge as shetani, devil? Why are demons portrayed as black and angels as white? I'm only subconscious programming. They did this to us. They're trying to control us. They're trying to make us forget our true power. I love listening to people like Surinya Kano on TikTok because she shows us like this is the ancestral way. This is where our power lay. Can we get back to that? Anunnaki, can we get back to that spirit of Ubuntu? Can we get back to practices that elevate us as Africans instead of practices that make us shrink? Because unaambiwanga without God you're nothing. Mbona unafanyiwa hivyo? Why are you being made to feel small? This is a thing that should make you feel elevated, that, oh, I believe. Now I believe I'm so powerful because I have God on my side, Jesus on my side. It's beautiful. Come here. Love. It's not unconditional love. There are so many conditions to be a part of that. So no one can convince me otherwise. Maybe there was a more tactful way to go about it. Yeah. Maybe it had been pressing on my mind for a long time because it happens a lot. We've normalized that this is normal. So they think, oh, we have a right to talk. They can't talk, so we can talk everywhere. But you don't know the perspective of someone who doesn't believe the way you do, seated in that mat at that moment. Yeah. So perhaps there was a better way to go about it. Right now, on hindsight, maybe at the moment, the best way to bring people together wasn't through that harsh kind of, like it was very question watu directly. So, of course, people will react in a certain way. And the thing is, I understand. It's scientifically proven that if someone questions something you've already learned to believe, your body actually goes into a movement that protects that thing. You'll be willing to do anything to protect what you already know. So would I do it again? Yes. Because it created conversations. And we started having these conversations that we're supposed to have. And I felt inclined to do it. And that day, let me put it in the Christian perspective now. I know this one Christians maybe will believe and go along with. The pastor got more sadaka than usual. What if I was his miracle? What if watoto wako wamekula siku saba? God works in mysterious ways. Do you guys believe that, right?
So hiyo siku watu walimpea kabisa.
Kabisa ati ashindwe shetani wametumwa kila mtu. Pastor atashika hii. Pastor ikopi namba yako. He got so much money. And guess what? I'm happy for him. I'm excited. Perhaps he hadn't eaten. Perhaps the kids hadn't eaten. Perhaps God works in mysterious ways. I was supposed to do that. Pastor apate ile pesa alipata hiyo siku. Maybe angepata hiyo. See, people preach and watu wamenyamaza, wanawalenga. To be honest, watu wengi ulenga. You're just seated, you listen to earphones. What if for real alikuanga on a breaking point kabisa akiambia God please leo sijui nini. Mimi nikakuwa hiyo answer. You're someone's answered prayer. Wazimu zangu zikampesa hapa.
How did you handle the whole situation there?
To be honest, the way people were saying ashuke shindo, of course I was shaking because like that's horrible. Yeah, you want to harm a fellow human being. Yeah. Mob justice, there's nothing laughable about that. That shows you the way the majority of population is ignorant. Yeah. Like the moment you're questioned, the first thing that comes to mind is harming someone. Yeah. And then you want me to be a part of that. You're seeing why I'm like, there's a disconnect, cognitive dissonance. That's what is cognitive dissonance. So, I think I just knew it was the right thing to do at the moment. I can't explain it, but my gut instinct, even now up to this moment, everything that has happened has been leading up to this moment. Maybe now this is my time to show, oh, you didn't stand for that. For that, okay, show us what you believe in. And maybe it was people blessing me, wakisema, get a car. Hizo ni good wishes sasa. So maybe a car is somewhere waiting for me, a Tesla. Watu wameniwishia ni get a car. Maybe I wasn't to be na matatu. And then nikaona vile tunajidharau pia. Because people are like, all that English in a matatu. You're telling me that people who ride matatu don't know English, and you're telling me is English a measure of intelligence? No, it's just a language. It's communication. If I knew Kikuyu, I would say it in Kikuyu. If I knew Kijaka, I'd say it in Kijaka. If I knew like whatever language I know, because the point is communication. In that moment, that's what felt best. Like to me, I express myself best in this. Nimeattacked even by my family. When are you English? So I'm like, people are really that jealous and have low self-esteem. Because me, there's no way you'll talk a language I feel less than. I'll want to learn. Oh, which language is that? Teach me. You know, I know 9 languages for a reason. Yeah.
9 languages?
Yes.
Which one?
Go to my LinkedIn.
Oh my God. I
LinkedIn.
love to come for classes.
I try to understand people. Because I used to sing Filipino songs wanabambika when I was in Dubai. I used to let them teach me Tagalog. And there's also Bisaya. So Bisaya is a different from Tagalog, and they're all Filipino languages. They used to leave sticky notes with like words like gutom na iko, like I'm hungry, gutom na ako. That means I'm hungry in Tagalog. Like I used to love learning, and I've learned Paubaya by Moira de la Torre. I've sung some, and they were so supportive. When you try to bridge the gap and bring people together. Now my philosophy, Madam Philosophy, is grounded in all this, bringing humanity together despite race, despite culture, despite class, despite... So if I'm just given the tools to create what I see here, me, I'm telling you, they are not ready. New age, the untold truth. Spyro too.
That's so amazing. I'm happy having you because I've learned a lot. I didn't know much into it. Yeah. Even though I'm a Christian, but
clearly you are. You've been going like Christian.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
So I wanted to know more about the other people of movement. You know, it's better to learn. Learning is something good. Yeah. So the conversation was so amazing. I must say that it was so amazing. And maybe one time, I'm praying for you.
That's normally said very underhanded. It's not a good thing.
One day
I'm praying for you.
Yeah, you join us, I join you. We get to learn a lot. At the end of the day, we get to learn new things. We get to learn new experience.
True.
Yeah, that's so amazing. It was so amazing joining me in this podcast. Can you maybe... I wanted you to say something in French. Tell our viewers to watch us in French.
I tell what?
Our viewers.
To watch us?
Maybe in French. Just a small intro in French.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regarde-nous ici, nous sommes dans le Creative Economy Hub. I don't know what that is in French. Maybe it could be l'économique créative. Yeah. But regardons-nous et s'amusez-vous. Et nous sommes très contents d'être ici maintenant. Merci, je m'appelle Madame shE. J'ai la compagnie Alvina Gashugu Entertainment, Africa's Greatest Evolution. So, join me. Bienvenue.
Nice one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are always here to learn and relearn new things. And at the end of the day, to get inspiring things, to get an experience. And that's why we are calling this as an experience, an amazing experience edition. And I think don't judge. You just watch and give us your feedback. Don't judge. I can leave you with maybe in the Bible, in the book of Colossians 2 verse 8. You go read about that and then don't judge anything. You just give us your feedback. We really need your feedback, and we value your feedback so that we get new conversation and new things you need to talk into in the next conversation. And Madam shE, I really appreciate your time joining us and having you here. It was so amazing having you. Last thing you will have to tell our people.
Thank you for having me. It takes an open mind to be able to, have someone of differing beliefs and get to try and understand. So I'm grateful for the time we're alive and the platforms that we're here. And people can find me on YouTube and TikTok. I deactivated my Facebook. I explained on another podcast.
I think we'll get to
go back to that.
In the next conversation.
Yeah, so people can find there. And if you have the resources and you feel you resonate with my message, let's come together and do something. Let's, like Jim Carrey does voices too, I do voices. Why don't we create animations? Why don't we create films and podcasts and whatever? So let's create a better world for one another.
That was such an amazing conversation we have had with Madam shE, and she's one of a kind, yeah? One of a kind. She's so amazing, and I've enjoyed being in this podcast with her, having to learn a lot of things from her. And actually, I've learned that, with most of us, we always judge. But I've learned a lot of things that learn to listen to people, learn to understand people before you make a judgment thought on that person. Remember that this is an experience edition with Awilo, and this is Untold Truth. I always say that the power of amazing conversation makes your tomorrow better. And remember that next episode, next conversation, we're going to bring you an amazing guest again, maybe to explain more about this, and we'll have to bring her back to get to know more about her and to get more about the New Age movement. Otherwise, see you in the next episode, and thank you for tuning in. My beautiful name is MC Hawiloyo kama kawaida. See you next.
Bye.
Bye.